Good morning, beautifuls. It's a Monday morning. I feel good. I got up early. I went to my spin class, had my butt kicked in my spin class. I feel great. I really do. I feel great on this Monday. It's going to be a great week. It's going to be a really, really good week, and it's going to be a good week for you. I wanted to stop by real quick just to get some encouragement, just to make your life, trying to make your life brighter and better, better and brighter. I was watching Little House on the Prairie. You guys have been into Little House on the Prairie for about a year. Just been watching all of Little House on the Prairie. And it was an episode where Charles Ingalls wanted to give his wife some dishes, and they were used dishes, right? They were some china, some expensive china, and he wanted to bless his wife with some china. So he knew he didn't have the money to purchase the china, so he went to the bank. And the bank said, "No, I'm not going to lend you any money to get your wife no china," or whatever. So he went out of the bank dejected, rejected, and then he went to the lady that actually owned the china, because he was doing some other work for her. If you guys remember this episode, doing some other work from her, and then he saw that he can do more work for her, and this time he would negotiate for the china. So then she said, "Yeah, sure, you do this work, I'll give you the china." He saw the banker the next day. Right? He saw the banker the next day, and the banker was all of a sudden, when he realized that he didn't need it, that he was looking, excited about life. The banker was like, "Oh, do you still, need to borrow that money?" And he was like, No, I figured it out. And the banker was like, "What? You sure? You sure you don't want to borrow the money?" He was like, No, I'm good. Thank you. You were right. I didn't need to borrow the money. I worked it out. So I'm telling you this story is because I had a conversation with my daughter about debt, especially about credit card debt. And it is the year to get out of credit card debt, right? I don't want to discourage anybody, but we all got some issues, but it's the year to come up out of credit card debt. And I was like, you know what? If we just wait before we start spending things, if we just wait and just ask the Lord to give us another solution, a better solution, so that we don't have to go into any type of debt, especially any type of credit card debt. Before you think that you need to get in debt to buy that car, before you think that you need to get in debt to buy that house, before you think that you need to get in debt to go to school, to do anything, let's just take a step back. Let's just take a step back, come back to the Lord and say, "Lord, what is a better way of doing these things?" That's my encouragement today. I hope that we all do that we all take a step back, that we all come back to the Lord and we say, "Hey, you know what? There's a better way than to selling my future and selling my children's future for something that is temporal." Okay, so you guys know that we're in the month of February. We are loving on each other. This is for no matter, whether you are sanctified or you're not sanctified, whether, wherever you are in your music journey, I wanted to encourage you with these songs. So the theme of today is come back. And so, of course, Depeche Mode from Sounds of the Universe, Come Back, right? You guys go ahead and listen to that song, revisit that song, especially you Depeche Mode. And I just want to say shout out to, Super Bowl commercial. They did a Depeche Mode song, even though it was a Johnny Cash version of the Depeche Mode song. I was seeing all the posts about Depeche Mode being a part of the Super Bowl. So shout out to that. So the first song is Depeche Mode's Come Back from Sounds of the Universe. The second song, Revisit Come Back to Me by Janet Jackson. You guys go and revisit that song, Come Back to Me by Janet Jackson. And for everybody, because I always try to feature a Detroit artist, Until You Come Back to Me by Aretha Franklin. Okay, so we're going to revisit Come Back by Depeche Mode, Come Back to Me by Janet Jackson, and Until You Come Back by Aretha Franklin. When you guys are listening to the song, think about the Lord singing it to you or you singing it to the Lord. You guys know how I do. I love loving on the Lord. And I'm going to post these songs on my Instagram. So you guys go on my Instagram. I'm going to post these songs on my Instagram with my face loving on you because I love you so very much. And nobody has told you this week, I love you. All right, I'll see you next time. I know this was long. I'll see you next time. Toodle pip.